So Live on 5, that was your first gig, right?
Yeah.
And this was your breakout into the mainstream.
Yeah, my TV debut, and
That was your start.
my
right?
very, very
So
start.
I think I had no idea. I think I grew up thinking that even before that you were like famous already.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was nobody. I was after music drama company. I went to Hoppa Villa for 4 years. We did a lot of musicals, Park Walk, and all have you. After that, I went to join a band. I was a singer in a band in Jakarta.
Yeah.
Came back, and then only after that, someone from SBC back then, a producer, remembered me from Hoppa Villa and said, "Come on in for an interview and an audition." And so when I did my first show Live on 5, it was a huge learning curve, very steep, deep end thrown in because I had never done TV before.
Yeah.
On top of that was a live TV show.
Yeah.
On top of that was 1 hour long. So let's see how fast he can sync with all these 3 bricks. But for me, okay, before the show, I get diarrhea because I was so bloody nervous. But once I was on stage, I forgot all about it. I just had to do my duty as whatever I was, a host of the variety show.
Yeah.
I just had to do it, and I would enjoy it. But then after that, I'll be like zombie, brain dead, go home, and then like cricket, and then it start again. The whole next week starts all over again. It was like that for about 9 months.
Wait, how many episodes weekly? Live on 5?
Once a week.
Okay.
Once a week.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Something that I heard you mention in another interview that you feel that something that's lacking nowadays is the practice and the preparation for that one show. What kind of preparation went into Live on 5, one episode of Live on 5?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll sit down with the writers and then they'll tell me what they find, what they're going to put up there, for example, because he had 5 different stages, right? So one would be for the band, one would be movie review, one would be for an interview with foreign talent who's in town, one could be a sketch or maybe a fashion show. All these things were all just brewing stuff, you see. And then I had to sit down with them and talk to them, and then they tell me, discuss what's coming up, and then they're writing a script and everything. So there was not a rehearsal per se, but there was rehearsal on the day itself. So the show will go on live at 8 o'clock in the evening, but I'm already there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
We are rehearsing the different segments. We're looking at the script and say, okay, this part I'll say to camera 4, and this part I'll say to camera 3. Halfway through, I go to camera 1, and we did all this. And so what I had to do was follow the red light. Whenever the light came up, and there is over there, it's over there, and that was okay. Except that when it came to the live show, you could not guarantee you would do the same thing again.
It sounds incredibly stressful.
Very. Oh,
It's like Saturday Night Live, I think. I think that I don't know the exact details, but they talk about like they're preparing up to the minute before the show.
Yeah, but you know Saturday Night Live, the actors read off the cards.
Yeah.
I can't. I had to memorize the whole script, right? So if there was a long one-pager thing, I had to know the facts. In fact, coming up next is a band. They perform where. They've been around for so many. And there's a new album called blah, blah, blah. They're performing in what concert now, blah, blah, blah. And here they are.
Hi, welcome to Live on 5. On tonight's show, we have the 3rd Music Quest winner, Bum Equipment. Also, we look at a new series on inline skating, plus the movie The Client, plus Robocop, the TV series. But first, to kick off the show, the young, the beautiful, the live, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brown Out.
Why didn't they have those cards?
Because there was an audience in the crowd. So back then, it was, lose face if you do that, you see.
Okay. So that was a steep learning curve, you're saying, and that was your breakout into like the mainstream. So
I think what helped was that not just the show, but the campaign leading up to the show. Consultant, what they did was, as opposed to just advertising, there's a new show coming out Live on 5, your host will be Gurmit Singh. They didn't do any of that. What they did was, if you're watching a show and there's a commercial break, suddenly out of nowhere in the commercial break, 3 or 4 hits will pop up one by one. And they'll say, hi, I'm Gurmit Singh. Hi, I'm Gurmit Singh. Male, female, whatever. Even myself included. So after a while, people were asking, who the heck is this Gurmit Singh? Why are they doing this, And he went into the public consciousness, and when people were wondering what's going on. So when my first show came out, hi, welcome to Life of 5. I'm Gurmit Singh. Whoa, the crowd went wild, whoa. And after that, I remember the next day, when I went on the street, everybody was like, hey, Gurmit Singh, hey, Gurmit Singh, hey, Gurmit Singh, hey, Gurmit Singh. I said, wow, this is a very powerful media. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Just the day before, I was nobody. I could walk down the street. Nobody would even give me a second look. That's how my life was in school. And so... But now suddenly everybody was pointing fingers at me. It was overwhelming,
It
actually.
was literally overnight.
Yeah, the campaign. Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't buy my underwears anymore from Isetan.
Yes, you're right about that too.
It's it's bizarre, to hear little.
Technically, you can, but
Yeah.
they will know what size, what
size,
color, what brand.
Yeah, then do I buy an extra big one just
do
to,
they- Just for
look
show.
little bit manly? Yeah, double XL for me. Yes, that's my underwear size. Hey girls, how you doing? And then buy pink color. Yeah.
Yeah, so literally overnight. And you talk about many things after that point. One of the things you talked about was the show Can I Help You? You felt that it just didn't work. Those were your words. So I think I was about 7 or 8 so
months.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was nothing struck me about it not working. But why do you think it didn't work?
It was a huge contrast to Live on 5 because in Live on 5 we had sketches and as well, and that's why they thought, oh, you're actually hosting well, and you can also be funny. So let's do a sitcom for you. So Can I Help You came along, but the problem was that I don't know why management got very protective about me, and they were worried about my imaging and my branding. So many of the punchlines were given to some other people. I was just the intermediary vehicle that would help people set up the lines, and to a point, like I remember vividly sitting at the table and asking the writers, guys, where's my punchline? I got no punchline. Then they said, sorry, actually some of these are your punchlines, but management vetted it and said, no, don't make it look bad. And I said, then I don't look funny at all. I said, yeah, exactly. They were very frustrated. The writers were like, ugh.
Now you're sharing that, okay, this show is created for you, we'll give you a sitcom.
Yeah.
But I don't remember your character being...
That's
don't
the
remember
impact, right? You don't remember.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. As in, I remember that you were... In fact, I think it was Hosein Leong, right? Hosein Leong was also in
Hosein
that
was
show.
in
I
this,
remember him there. I remember you. I remember the promos leading up. You're like, can I help you? Right?
Yeah.
Those promos. But I don't remember you being a very... that character being very...
It didn't stand out. It was just helping set up scenes, help up lines, and transition between scenes. That's it. That was it. And for me, I kind of like was very frustrated as well. And in a small way, I thought, okay, this is the end of my short career. After this, people will say, oh, he's not really funny, is he? But luckily, they took that out after I think 1 or 2 seasons, and then we got a show called Gurmit's World.
Yep.
And that put me back on the map as you would,
Yeah.
and that helped me a lot.
Interesting. And not many people will know also, but you shared in one of your interviews when you left MediaCorp in 2014 that you were supposed to be in Under One Roof. Please share.
That one was one of my downest moments, when I was told that management told me, we're thinking of getting you into Under One Roof. And by then, Under One Roof had just come up, right?
Yeah.
And I said, what a wonderful show, what's so funny. And they told me, actually, we thought of putting you in that show. And my character was supposed to be this guy who sings in a club at night, my previous gig and all that. And then every morning I'd be a blur. I'd be like the Joey of Friends, who's always blurred, can't do math. And on top of that, he's sleepy, because it's daytime, he doesn't wake up. So I said, oh, what a nice character. I would have loved doing that. I said, but we decided at the end, there are too many characters in the show, and we thought, well... so when I heard about that, I was very... I guess I was a bit disappointed, and I thought, wow, I could have gone so much. And then I saw Under One Roof going higher and higher,
Yeah,
like,
it's
wow.
huge.
Then at the bar drinking orange juice, upset myself, like looking at the camera, looking at the TV screen. But then things work out, because if I was in that show, then I wouldn't maybe I wouldn't have had the Gurmit's World where we found Pua Chu Kang, the character, and then after that we found a sitcom for him. And the rest, as they say, is history.